Hey guys, it's John again. I'm going to make another video for you here. I've got lots of cool locks right here in front of us. I made a video a while back on how to change the combination to for an unknown combination on a lock. This one's going to be a little different. The old video kind of covers this stuff, but this video will also be shorter because we're going to know the combination to this lock, so we're not going to have to do a lot of the other work. So this is just going to be changing a combo. I'm also going to show you a little bit how the lock works, so you know what's happening when you change the combo and how all that it happens. So I've got several different locks here. I even have an electronic lock, but we're not going to pay any attention to that today. I actually have, this is an old Moser Lock here. It's a real neat thing because it's not a key change. This lock is a hand change. See all the numbers on the dials? You actually have to take each wheel apart to change the combination on that. So I think I'll probably shoot a video on this weekend. There's a lot of things really neat about this lock other than it being a hand change. A lot of your older locks are hand changes, but if you notice, all these wheels are plastic. And you know, I've been at this for 15 years now. I've been doing bank work, and I said to one of the old Moser guys, I said, "Yeah, I hate these old Moser locks. These things are cheap. They do plastic wheels." And he corrected me real fast that back in the day when Moser was making these locks, anybody could own an X-ray machine. So Moser was really afraid of that you could take, and you could. Of course, that was before everybody knew that X-rays were really dangerous, but you could actually take an X-ray machine, hold it up to a vault, and X-ray the wheels. So Moser made theirs out of plastic for a while as a way to defeat that. So actually this lock is probably all set to 50. So you see this center hub's got a little line on it, and then it lines up with the 50 mark. So that's kind of how this one works. But like I said, I think I'll make a video about this lock sometime this weekend. So we're not going to mess with this one today. It's kind of unique that the wheels actually come off with the back cover on this lock. So Moser did a lot of things differently. These are, these are Diebold locks. A lot of people call them Diebold, but it's actually Diebold is how it's pronounced. But Diebold never made locks for themselves that I don't believe. This is just a it is a Lagarde lock. So real quick, how a lock works. I'm going to try to do this and let you see at the same time. So all these little holes here are called gates. There's 3 wheels, so there's 3 combinations. This lever here on the top is the fence. And what happens is that fence is what pulls in, pushes in and out the boltwork. So when all these gates are lined up, I don't know if I'm going to be able to show you. On the back of this fence right here, there is a rod that runs backwards. And when all those gates are lined up with that rod, then it allows you to retract the bolts. And I don't think it's showing up on camera. See if I can line it up a little bit. So you can barely just kind of see it right there, going back there. But when all those gates are lined up, it allows the fence to fall in and retract the bolt. Now this is just set to one number, it's just set to 50. All your locks from the factory, they're going to come preset with 50 combination if you buy a brand new lock from the factory, or 25, 50, 25 is also common too. So if you notice, see if I can show you that fence back there. Once they're all lined up at that gate, then what happens, I turn this wheel around, and this cam here has got a little hook on it. And that hook catches the fence lever and lets you retract the fence. Now, let's see if I can do this without dropping it. This is actually a relocker because the back cover is off. This bar holds in on that relocker. So if I was to attack this lock, say if I was to take a hammer and punch this dial and I drove this cam through the back cover of the lock, this relocker would fire and keep the lock from ever opening. But I can push this in with my hand, with my thumb, and now I can retract the bolt all the way. And that's how the lock works. And as you notice, I can skip back and forth from it being kind of locked to right back. You actually have to spin it off to where you move those wheels. If this actually had a working combination set to it, you would have to spin it 3 times to fully scramble. I didn't get one of the cams lined up perfectly to fully scramble the lock, but that's how the lock works real quick. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a combination on this lock, and then I'm going to show you how to change the combination. First I'm going to start off, since I already know the combination, I don't need to turn the wheels by hand. If you do have questions on how to change the combination lock and you don't know the combo for it, I do have a video on that. I think it's labeled something like how to change an unknown combination lock. So on the front, now these are all anti-spy dials. I really looked for my old lock that I did that last video on. It's going to be a lot harder for you to see this on this lock because the rings cover everything up where it makes it very difficult for you to see the dials. And that just keeps somebody from standing behind the teller or the manager and watching what numbers they run. So your viewing window is real small, which obviously makes it difficult for you to watch me change the combination. But I think we'll be able to get it to work. So there's one more thing I wanted to go over. I've got a whole bunch of change keys here. I actually have 2 sets of these because these were modified. A lot of them are. Because even though that I have all these change keys, you come across some occasionally that you still don't have the exact right change key for. So it's not uncommon that you have to change, you have to modify something to get it to work and whatnot. I don't know if that's going to focus. I think there it goes. But either way, these are all kind of squared. Moser used a lot of squared locks, change keys. Some of your older stuff, Herrinholm Marvin and stuff like that. This, the old company I used to work for used to call it a Mickey Mouse key. Said it looked like Mickey Mouse ears. This new company, they've kind of nicknamed it the butterfly key. There's some old vault doors. I think some of these goes to Herrinholm Marvin's. Here's one of the things I wanted to kind of show you. You can't see these. These are all in the picture good. Some of these keys look identical, but they're different. Which I'm not really sure if you can see the difference in the color. This is a silver key. On the silver key, it is a S&G key. And the silver keys are 3-wheel keys. Where this has got a gold tint to it. It's a 4-wheel key. Usually, I've never seen them not go by that. I'm sure all kinds of manufacturers make change keys, so I'm sure it doesn't always follow the rule. And here's some neat ones here. This groove here is a lot bigger, so it's designed for like a lock that has a real big back cover, or maybe it's got a plate right over the back cover so they can go in there. But here's really what I wanted to show you. All these keys look the same. This one's a little longer. They all look the same, but if you notice, this one is flat on the wrong side. See how these are all flat on the right side and this one's flat on the left? Turn the same way. You always, I've got several different vaults that have this, that uses this key. Diebold uses, some of their Diebold's use this key over here, and I actually have some Leffenbuer vault doors that uses this key. And it's weird because every time you go up to it, you can always tell it's going to be that oddball key, because the hole in the back of the lock cover is wallered out because everybody's tried to jam the wrong key in there, and it won't let you turn it the right way. So if you turn it the wrong way, you're actually damaging the wheels. And if you turn it the right way, it'll work, but since the cut's on the wrong side, it won't let you turn it the right way. So what happens is I end up jamming that key in there and forcing it, and they wallered this out, and every time I go there and I see this lock is all wallered out, I'm like, oh, I've got to use my special key. So either way, let's cut to the chase here. We're going to change this combination. So inside on this lock, there are 2 notches. You have a run notch over here, that's where you run your combination to. Then you have a change mark over here. When you go to change your combination, you always run it to the change mark. And then when you get ready to unlock the lock, you run it to the run mark. Your combinations go 4, 3, 2 on a 3-digit, or it can go 5, 4, 3, 2 if you had a 4-digit lock. The majority of all the locks you guys are going to probably have are going to be 3-digit locks, meaning they have 3 numbers to run it. So this one, we know the combination is just set to 1 number, just plain 50. I'm going to turn this so the 50 is lined up with the change mark. Spin it around, and now we should get one of our keys to fit right through the hole here. And you kind of pop it in there and turn it, and it'll kind of stop right there. Now, always, before you change your combination, you want to write down what you want the combination to be. So let's do an easy number. Let's do 20, 75, 20. 20, 75, 20. It's always easier to run a combination if you go high, low, high, or high, low, high, low, high, low, whatever. So you're going to run your new combination to the change mark. 4, 3, 2. Now the first time you run the number, the first number you're running, it doesn't matter. As long as you go at least the 4 times. So as I'm turning it here, as I'm talking to you, it doesn't really matter. I'm not really counting them because I know as long as I go at least 4 times, I'm fine. So we're going to go 20. I'm going to go once, twice. I'm going to stop on it the 3rd time. There's 75. I'm going to go once, and then we're going to stop on it the 2nd time. Now, be careful not to move the dial. We're going to turn our change key here. pull it out, and that did not work. There. So now we're going to run our combination up here at the run mark. So our combination is 20, 75, 20. We're going to turn it at least 4 times. I'm going to go to 20 once, twice. I'm going to go a third time, 75. I'm going to go back to once, and then twice. I'm going to turn it back to where it stops. And there it is, it's unlocked. So we can bounce it back and forth right there. And that's how you change. So one last thing. Now that we know how to change the combination, I did have somebody ask me once, how do I change the combination to just one number? Well, it's very simple. Our new combination is set to 20, 75, 20. Oh, one more thing. You never close your safe door until you've tried it multiple times with the door open. Now, when I say tried it, that doesn't mean close the door and then try it with the door closed. You always try it with the door open. You want to try it at least 3 times before you close your safe door. So don't call me and tell me that you messed your combination up and you have no idea what the combination is because you closed your door before you tested the combination. So we're going to just test it one more time. 20, once, twice, third, once, twice. There we go, to the left of the stop. So now we're going to change the combination. We're going to set it back to 50. I like to set all my locks, my mounted locks, to 50. That way we know what it is whenever we get ready to start using it again. So I'm going to run the combination again to the change mark. 20, once, twice, and third time. And then back to 20 once. And here's twice. We're going to leave it on 20. We're going to drop our change key in. Stick it in there the right way. All right. I think we can still watch us. All right, good. Now, we're going to just set the combination to 50. So we're going to at least turn it 4 times, get all the wheels lined up together. I'm going to run it to the change mark. And we're going to stop it at the change mark on 50. I'm going to turn the change key back. Now, I'm going to turn it a bunch of times. Now all of our wheels are all lined up in the same position, just like I showed you at the very beginning of the video. They're all lined up together. So when we turn our combination to 50 on the run mark, it's going to turn back to unlock. All right. I hope this video was helpful. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, put them down in the comment section. I'll try to help you. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video. Thank you.